We are ready. We are live. We are live. Hey,
Hello,
Angel.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, happy New Year. Happy 2024. It's funny because I am so enthusiastic going into this new year and I'm going to Angel, if you want to. Whoa.
Did you freeze?
Uh,
Did I freeze?
yeah, I don't know what just happened. I'm gonna let you talk for a moment. Actually, if you want to share to your timeline while I'm telling
Yeah,
everybody
actually, great idea.
what we're going to talk about today. So we wanted to talk about goals. We just did a really fantastic training that Angel orchestrated and put together on setting goals and the different levels of goals so that you don't get overwhelmed, because a lot of people, I think, they reflect on the year past and they think about what they want to do, but they only do it right around this time, right? And so they don't really ever initiate change. They might initiate change, but they don't follow through. We all hear about the people who say, "Oh, the gym's busy" at the beginning of the year, and I really have a different perspective on that now, because I really feel like I don't want to say that to anyone. I don't want to put that out there, because I don't want to ever be the reason that someone didn't continue at the gym, right? I want to get people meet people where they're at and give them a tool to carry forward into the next 12 months. So Angel, I'm going to let you take over. I'm going to quickly get this going onto Instagram, which is something new for us. So
Yeah,
I'll
this
hand
is
it over to you.
cool.
I'm going to mute out in case my computer's still hissing.
Right on. Okay, thank you, Peg. So, guys, we really wanted to start off this year doing something a little bit different on our at our 1 o'clock Eastern, 12 o'clock Central live that we do, and we wanted to give you some applicable training. Unfortunately, we haven't figured out how to do screen share yet in the actual way that we're broadcasting, but we'll figure that out. But we want to share with you our 3-step goal planning for success training that we've done. And what I love about this is, like Peg said, it's like actual steps you can make right now. All of us are setting those goals. All of us are making a decision on what we're going to do this year. Either you have already planned that all out, or you're like, oh my gosh, I haven't got to that yet. What are my goals? All of a sudden, January 1st hits, and you're like, oh, I haven't even done that part of it, right? We get into the chaos of the holidays and Christmas. My daughter's birthday was yesterday. So it's like boom, boom, boom. I have all of these things going on, right? But we want to give you just step by step instructions on these goals and on what you can do. So, step one, and hopefully you have a pen and paper handy, take some notes on this. Step one is to set achievable goals. And achievable goals are those goals that you're specific and clear about. They're realistic, but they're challenging. So you're not going to say, okay, I want to lose 30 pounds in 1 month, right? That's not realistic. But you could set a weight loss goal that is realistic for you. You could set daily habits that are realistic for you. You could set, if you're in home business like we are in network marketing, you could set a rank advance, or you could set a volume amount or amount of sales that you want to do that's realistic for you, but it challenges you, right? It pushes you that little bit that keeps it motivating and keeps you disciplined. You want to set an achievable goal that makes you get up in the morning and say, I can go after this. You're seeing results from it, right? You get those little bit of results. Maybe if you're going to the gym and you've said, okay, it's going to be 5 days a week, no matter what, I'm spending at least 30 minutes in the gym. Even after those 5 days, you feel it. You feel a little bit tighter. You feel the soreness. You feel what you've done, right? You start to be like, oh my gosh, I'm getting a little bit of results because I'm putting in the action. Set a time for those goals. Don't just have it be some flimsy, oh, I want to achieve this, but I have no idea when. Sometime in 2024, I'm going to hit this rank. No, when are you hitting it by? Because we're going to give you step 2 and 3, which are going to carry you through the year. And your confidence with the small wins you get from these achievable goals are huge, and it starts that track record to success. So Peg, I'll let you talk a little bit on achievable goals and what that looks like for you.
Well, I think it's motivating, right? When we set those goals that we can reach, that we can attain. And I think, what, like we were talking about physical fitness, when if I have this big, like, oh, this is where I want to be, it feels like I'm never going to get there. But if I have that small goal of I want to fit into these jeans and be able to breathe, right? And or if it's watching the scale, and when I see that little bit of progress, I'm like, yeah, this works. This works. This is worth it. Because I think if you don't, if you can never be what you can't see, right? Doug said that to me last week. And
That's
I think if you don't believe that you can get there, there's no reason for you to put the effort in, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think anything in life, if you don't believe it's possible for you, you won't take that step to make it happen. So those little goals that you can achieve, that little bit of reward keeps you going. And then the next thing that we want to talk about is target goals, right? So I'd love for you to cover that, Angel, because you put this training together so well. It was such a powerful training. So talk to us a little bit about target goals.
Thanks. I actually have to give credit to Paul Capozio because he came up with the whole idea, and I've just expanded on it. And we did actually this training at Doug Firebaugh's Wealth Fuel, so I can't take all the credit. Step 2 is target goals. And so target goals, guys, we've set now achievable goals. These are the goals that we know we can achieve. They're realistic. They keep us motivated. They keep us challenged. Next is your target goals. What's a little bit further than your achievable goals? So you're aiming higher than your achievable goals. And these are milestones that drive your network marketing business forward. These are milestones that drive your fitness forward, your health forward, maybe even your relationships, whatever it is that you've decided that this year is your thing. This is the thing that you're changing, whether it's finances, health, relationships, happiness, joy. Maybe you're spending more time in meditation, or you're spending more time giving and blessing. Whatever that is, you need to set goals for whatever you've decided is your focus for this year. These are more challenging, obviously, right, than target goals. So your achievable goals, say we are talking network marketing. So if your achievable goal was a certain rank, what is your target goal to get to that next rank, so that when you do hit that achievable goal, you're already on the path to being able to say, oh, wow, my target goal that I said is the next rank is actually becoming my achievable goal because I've hit my achievable goal, if that makes sense. So now you're aligning with your long-term vision. What does your year look like? What are your goals? What are your financial goals? And this is pushing you out of your comfort zone. So we all know that if we want to get the things or if we're going to get the things that we want, we have to get uncomfortable, right? You're going to have to be a little bit different. You're going to have to say no to the things, make sacrifices for time, make sacrifices for TV, make sacrifices for the things that you're used to doing that are keeping you where you are, and sacrificing those things to start getting your target goals. And this gives you a purpose and direction. If you know where you're going, it is so much more clear to get there. If you're just throwing up wishes and hopes that this network marketing thing is going to work this year, or I'm going to get fit this year, this is my year, I'm going to lose that 20 pounds that's been hanging on for 10 years. If you're just hoping it's not going to happen, having a plan gives you the path to follow. And that's why this sort of discipline, and I'll admit, years ago, this kind of stuff was foreign to me, because I was one of those fly by the seat of my pants, life is fun, I'll figure it out as I go kind of people. And so I had to make discipline my discipline. And when you do that and you start, it becomes addicting. I don't know about you, Peg, but like I'm addicted to goal setting and setting achievable target and big goals. How about you?
Yeah, definitely. And it makes such a big difference. Like you said, if you don't know where you're going, how can you get there, right? You don't get in your car and think, well, I'm going to drive to Pennsylvania and just hope that I think it's south. I'll get there at some point, right? You have to know, I mean, you put it in your GPS, you give that direction to your GPS. And then when your GPS tells you where to turn, you do that, right? So we look to people who help us out, right? Who we let them know this is our target goal. And also, like you said, developing that plan, breaking it down. This is where I want to be. This is when I want to be there. What will that require me to do on a monthly basis, on a weekly basis? And that breaks that down into those more achievable goals, right? So you've got that target goal. Then if you've got a blueprint that you can break it down, any business, if we're talking business, any business owner has a blueprint, right? If you're going to build something, you have a blueprint to build it. You don't just think, well, I'll just throw this together and see how it comes out, because it's going to be messy.
Yeah, exactly. That's right. And and I think that this gives just that clear path, and understanding that, okay, so we have our achievable goals. So the achievable goals right now for January, February, maybe even March, those are what you're focusing on right now. You achieving that goal by a certain date. But the target goals are stretching you. And so you're doing a few little things each day that are taking you toward that target goal? What's maybe one more rep you could do at the gym? What's maybe one more walk you could go for, or, you know, whatever that looks like. Or if you're network marketing, talk to your upline and say, okay, I know I have to hit this rank. This is my first goal. I want to do this. But after that, this is where I see myself going, and this is my target goal. Can you help me get there? What extra things should I be doing each day to kind of set my path so that when I do hit my achievable goal, I'm well on the way to my target goals? So these kind of just, this breaks your year down into 3 different groups. Right? What is my focus? What can I actually do? What do I know I can do? What are my target goals, which are going to stretch me a little bit more, but I'm going to feel so great to have them. And then we're going to move into step 3, which is big goals. So big goals are where you start to dream big about this year, where you start to expect the things that maybe feel a little bit uncomfortable, where you start to say, I don't know yet that I feel that I can have this, but I believe I can. And then start taking that believing and start putting it into feeling. That what are your ultimate aspirations in network marketing? What are your ultimate aspirations in your health? What are your ultimate aspirations for 2024? If somebody gave you a pen and paper and said, write down your best year, those are your big goals. And you're not going to play little when somebody asks you what your absolute best year can be, right? Don't stifle yourself. Don't cut yourself short. This is where you start to believe in the things. It's almost magic. You start to believe in the magic of manifestation, of what God will do in your life, of what you can actually do. They require a longer time frame. So now we're thinking, what does your end goal for 2024 look like? So we're a year away from that right now. What does that actually look like? What would you love to have been able to achieve? And this is going to fuel that passion. When you look at your big goals are almost like your vision board, right? You want to look at those. You want to know what the big things that you can go for are, because that's what actually fuels you through your achievable and target goals. Because you know that what if you even made it halfway to a big goal, right? Then you've come really far from where you are right now at the end of 2023. Right? This creates a legacy. These are the things where, and especially when we talk about network marketing, all of us got asked by somebody to come into a home business. All of us got fueled by something, some sort of desire, some sort of hope, some sort of wish, some sort of dream that we had that said, yes, I can say yes to myself. I can say yes to more for my life. Remember what that is for yourself. If you've been doing this for a while, maybe that dream has fallen off and you don't even know what it feels like anymore. Go back to that person, go back to being a child and start to imagine and start to use your imagination and create. And when you do that, just have a faith and believe that that works. That if you just say that this is what I want, and you start taking the daily actions just towards your target goals, you're going to hit your big goals. And that's the fun of everything that we get to do with goal setting, with home business, with your health goals, whatever it is. It's those daily steps and the full belief in a big goal that will draw you. It'll be like a magnet. You're going to hit it, right? So Peg, go ahead on big goals.
I totally agree with you. And like you said, at first it's something that's going to be a little scary and maybe make you a little uncomfortable. But the more you have it in front of you, and the more you talk about it, and the more you talk to yourself about it, it goes from belief to certainty, right? And when you get that certainty, that changes your posture. I heard a trainer not long ago say, imagine if you walked into a room and said to your husband or your partner, am I the person of your dreams? And they stood up and said, I believe so. Compared to standing up and saying, honey, I can't imagine life without you. Yes, you're absolutely the person of my dreams. That's absolute certainty. Like, what does that feel like? Right. And I don't know about you, but that gives me so much energy and belief. Right. And that belief changes your posture, and that posture changes your business. That absolute certainty, no doubt.
Absolutely. For sure. And, we have to also remember to celebrate the milestones that we hit, right? Celebrate. Don't get so focused on your goals that you're like, okay, when I hit this, I'll feel good about myself, or I'll celebrate, or we'll take a trip. Do little things. Include your family in this. If they're a part of your business, if they're a part of what you're creating, if they're a part of your why, include them. What are their goals? What would they like to do? Have those little milestones. Maybe you just go out for dinner, or maybe you pull the kids out of school for a day and you guys go to a movie in the afternoon. Do those kind of little weird things that you would do if you had your big goals already in your hands, right? So each time you get a small step, maybe it's just one recognition, maybe it's one rank advance, maybe it's one bonus pay, whatever it is. Maybe you've lost your first 10 pounds, go celebrate and reward yourself and whatever that looks like for you. But we always talk about on our Fridays the NOPO, which is no other possible outcome. And when you write out these goals for target, achievable, and big goals, it's NOPO. And if you start to just totally believe that for yourself, no matter what comes at you, because stuff will come at you. When you start to set these goals and you start to move your life forward towards something better for yourself, you're going to be hit with resistance. Things are going to come your way. Things are going to want to distract you. But you have to get so good at identifying that and seeing that when it happens that you're just like, no problem. I got this. It's no other possible outcome for me. This is where I'm headed and where I'm going. I don't care what comes at me. My eyes and my sight are set on my big goals. And that's it for me this year. We have to allow ourselves to be good to ourselves and believe that we deserve the goals that we have. That's how we were created. But unfortunately, things come at us and our mindset tells us that we're not worthy. We don't deserve. We're not good enough. Other people are better. It's just not for me. I can't, I won't. This is why. My excuses, like all of those things. So drop all of that. Like I really believe this year is a year that so many people are going to have breakthroughs, because I just feel like people are just kind of rising out of whatever resistance they've had or whatever's really been keeping them down. I believe that this year is a big year for just people just having ultimate success and whatever that is for themselves. So I'm excited for this year and to hear the stories that come out of it, and just stay on this track. save this video somewhere if you need to go back to it, because this is seriously, it's this simple. Just those three things: achievable, target, big. Stay focused on it, stay passionate, stay motivated, say NOPO, and you'll get there.
Yeah. Yep. Your possibilities are endless if you follow that track. Absolutely. And you know, we could, Angelia, you and I could have given up in the beginning here. My stress went through the roof. Nobody knows this, but my little laptop was taken off. The fan sounded like it was going to take off, right? So we are actually going to hop over and do a business presentation. If anyone would like to join us, please just quickly message us, or actually the Zoom code is 518-572-5449. The password is 100,000. And
comments?
Yeah, that would be great. That would be great. Will it go into the banners?
Into the banners.
I should do that.
Okay. Hey, what was the number again?
518-572-5449.
I feel like we're those lotto girls. 518-572-5449. Okay. So, and then the passcode is
100,000.
Oh, 100,000.
100,000. No, I changed it.
Wasn't it 1, 2, 3?
It's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
All right.
100,000 seemed like a good number, but it was seemed a little too difficult.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, I've updated.
Okay, we better hop over there. So yeah, so if anybody wants to join us, again, it's 518-572-5449, and the passcode is 123-123, and I'll see you over there in just a few minutes.
Thank you, Peg.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year again.